All right. Oh, I am live already. Haha, I didn't realize I went live. Does pounds make a difference in sub paper? And that's not pounds, it's basically the GSM on it. And depending on which type of printer you are using, yes, it can make a difference. Um, Hello over on, hold on, let me 1 second over here on TikTok because I reset and I forgot I hit go live. Hello everyone. It's going to be such a weird way. Like you guys are hearing like a random, like weird conversation as I started this live off, but I am live on TikTok as well. So this is basically a live Q&A. I'm going to go through the full on intro, uh, live Q&A. If we can keep it to Silhouette Studio because I'm not turning my camera on unless you guys don't mind talking to my screen. If you ask silhouette related questions, it makes it a little bit easier because then you're looking at a silhouette screen and you're seeing it move versus kind of, the just general questions and you're talking to my screen and like just my website, like homepage. But Q&A, as you come in, just say, hey, how you doing? Hello, Denise Thomas. You are new here. Welcome. Hopefully you won't won't be a stranger. You'll love it here and stick around and make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you're notified whenever I go live. I'm not going to say release new content because I really don't pre-record videos anymore. Everything that I do is going to be in live format. So make sure that you don't miss any of my live broadcasts by subscribing and turning on your notifications. All right. So, all right, so it's picking up. I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365 LLC. We are the parent company of Silaholics Anonymous, which is my first love, my first baby, my first company, where I teach you guys how to use Silhouette Studio and the Cameo machines. Honestly speaking, which is our product line where we carry the best sublimation paper and ink and pigment ink around. And we have the most affordable prices. We kind of price almost kind of like not quite wholesale, but it's some really great prices. Our 8.5 by 11 paper is under $20. It's under $19. It's $18.30, I think it is. So definitely check out our website for that. Our ink comes in 140 milliliter bottles. And then my last business is 365 Creative Academy, which is right now an online academy, but I am so excited because next month I start doing live classes here in South Florida. So I'm super, super excited about that. It is where I help you unlock your creativity, whether it's for business or just for like a hobby. So definitely check that out. Oh my gosh, I hate when this comes up. Block user. All right, so the question on the floor as of right now was, does pounds make a difference in sublimation paper? Our paper is 220 GSM, right? If you ever get like that indentation on your shirts, technically the really, really light paper, like 105, will lessen that indentation because that truly is like paper thin. Paper thin really isn't paper thin when it comes to sublimation paper. But that particular paper does not pick up well in a desktop or tray fed type printer. That is best on a roll where it's a continuous feed. So a lot of the times the larger sublimation printers, especially for textiles and things, they'll use the lighter paper to avoid like indentations and stuff like that. And how it just holds the ink. For desktop printers, which is like the majority of people who I talk to and who I teach and train, and my core audience has some sort of converted desktop printer or a sawgrass printer. Because of the way like it picks, like those printers pick up paper, you want to pretty much stick to a 120 or 125. And even with those, you'll be surprised that some people will have a paper that is like a 125 or anywhere between like a 120 and a 125, and it feels really, 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 really thin. Other papers, they say they're 125 and it feels really heavy. Like Johnson's Plastic, that paper is heavy. Like it is thick as all get out. So every vendor makes them different. To me, I don't think that there is really a major regulation on like these so-called GSMs, because it's not really grams, because these papers are so different. But certain papers, if it's a higher one, it doesn't hold as much it doesn't absorb the ink enough. So you'll end up with like pizza wheels and stuff like that. Well, I said pizza wheels because y'all say it pinwheels. You'll end up with a lot of pinwheels if it's a thicker paper that doesn't absorb the ink. So ours is 120. The way that it's made, because you don't need the cover sheet and it has a special coating on it, if you put too much ink down, you will get the pinwheels, which is why we use plain paper setting bright white. We don't use premium matte. If we use premium matte, we take our density all like down to like -18 to -23 to minimize those pizza wheels or pinwheels. What the heck? How are you on here again? Dang it, dude. Block user. I know. I keep trying to do it and it's like I blocked them like 30,000 times and it still keeps coming up unless those are like different people. Okay, I think I had to do it 3 different ways. Okay, yeah, because one of them was dating somebody, then it was like find a girl. So they were sending it from different ones. So yeah, I got rid of them. Hi, brought my first set of paper and ink today. So excited. Thank you so very much for your purchase, Leslie. If you purchased it before 3 p.m., it is on its way to you. So hopefully it'll be to you by Saturday, no later than Monday. If it was after 3 p.m., it won't go out until tomorrow. All orders in before 3 p.m. go out the same day. All right, let's do. Ooh, child, y'all saw me looking crazy over here on TikTok. Oh, Lord, I'm glad that was blocking it, but TikTok, y'all saw me looking crazy. Jesus, Lord, have mercy. I'm so glad that is not saved over here for y'all, because over this side, Lord, have mercy. Let me turn this camera off, child, because baby, I can't have y'all catch me looking crazy again. Oh Lord, these people are getting on my nerves. They really are getting on my nerves. These stupid trolls. Let's see. We're gonna get rid of that. And this is where we left off on the last video. I'm just gonna open up a new page. So whatever questions you have in regards to, I'm so mad. I am so embarrassed. Like y'all saw me looking all crazy. But whatever questions you have about Silhouette Studio, go ahead and post them as a comment below, like in the chat. I mean, technically though, like even though when the trolls come on, they think that they're doing something, like no one's going to click on their crap, and all it does is really help my algorithm. So I don't really, I mean, I don't like it for it to be on there, but I don't stress it so much. I just don't want them to like overtake the chat section, but it actually helps my algorithm because it creates engagement. And that's the one thing when you're doing social media, you just want a lot of engagement. So they think that they're hurting people, but like if I just let, like, especially like, let's say you guys aren't writing comments in there and I just let it go, all it's going to do is help my YouTube channel because it's engagement. So I don't necessarily trip about it so much. Why the invert button for print and cut? I don't think it's not necessarily for print and cut. Let me see. Where does you see invert over here? I don't see an invert over here. Do you mean inset? There's no invert over here for print and cut. There's insets, but not invert. What is the best way to make an SVG out of a PNG, or is that even possible? So it really depends on what type of image it is. And this is the one thing, we have to get out of thinking that everything is an SVG. And no, that's like a big like file type, or you think that's like a design type, especially coming from the world of Cricut. But that is what my 7-day challenge was about. It was about teaching that it's a vector file. So if you really, really want to learn let's not go over there because maybe I'm looking crazy. On my website, go to classes and playbacks and the vector designing. That's going to really help you. I put SVG because that's the term that most people, and if I want to rank, I have to kind of use that, but it's about vector files. So it really depends on what it is. I'm going to go and type in, let's just go lion. Let's go baby lion clip art. Okay. So let's say, um, let's say, okay, none of these. So like any of these here, you really won't be able to like trace them to create the SVG. Like you can recreate this. Now you can go in and you can manually trace it and make it a vector, or like you guys like to say, an SVG file. But all of these, because of the way the colors are, you aren't going to be able to just do a trace and vectorize it. But if you have something that's more of like line art, you can just simply do a trace. So let's just do like this Lion King, like this baby. I don't really like that one. Let's see. How does this one come out? Okay, perfect. So let's see if this is a true a true PNG. So I'm going to copy image and we're going to come over to Silhouette Studio and paste. Okay, perfect. It has the checkers behind it. So this is a JPEG image. And okay, so I'm just gonna let y'all know y'all gonna get a whole lot of those because I'm not gonna be able to keep stopping, and they just gonna keep coming up there being real foolish. So when they pop up, they're just gonna pop up because now they're just gonna want to bug me. So nothing I can really do about it. All right, how do we make this into a vector file to where you can change the colors and all of that? You're going to use your trace tool. So you're going to go to the trace icon. You're going to go select trace area, place your box around it. And even though it is it's not going to show up for Facebook. They're doing it on YouTube. Yeah, they're doing it on YouTube. So you want it, even though this is all filled with color, you want to have your threshold to where it's going to pick up everything that is black. Okay. So right here is pretty good because everything else is pretty light. So if I take this down, so I just want I want the black area. So where I was at 45% actually was pretty good to just get all of the black area. Then you're going to hit trace. Uh-oh. Let me zoom out for you guys on TikTok. You're going to go trace. Once you go trace, we're going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to fill him in with color. I typically tend to choose like a lighter color. Since the majority of this image is, I'm going to zoom out some just so that TikTok can see it. Since the majority of the image is this color, I'm actually going to fill in this with this particular color so that when I release it, it actually like fills in for most of that. And I'm going to make this smaller just so that I can sample the colors. Okay, so now that it's like that, I'm going to right click and release compound path. Oh, there was an opening somewhere. So when this happens, that means there's an opening. I'm going to figure out where that, right here on his ear. Okay, so that one's not that bad. So I'm just going to close this off myself. I'm going to use a ellipse. I'm going to just make a little bridge here, and then I'm going to weld it. And then I'm going to release compound path. Boom. There we go. All right. So we're going to take the background and make it black and send it to the back. And I need to send this face part to the back. There we go. And we can start to fill in the different colors. So the belly part, the toes, and this part of his mouth are all this color. All right. So we're going to group that. And then his tail is this color along with the insides of his ear. The nose is pink, which there's actually smaller pieces as well. Oh, wait, shoot. And we're going to group that. And then the inner part of his eye is orange. This is white. This is yellow. This is the tannish color. And this is like a darker version of his skin. All right, so that's that. And then on this side, this part should be black. So I'm going to hold down shift, click on the face, and make it a compound path so that it cuts away. And then this part and this part is that darker color. This part is the yellow color. This and this part is the orange color. Group that together. This is white. And this is the tan color. Yep. And this piece right here, hold down shift, select the face, and make it a compound path so that it cuts away. And we have vectorized him. So he's technically, he can be saved. When you save as an SVG, it's just a file format. It is not a style. It is a file format. Okay. File format. But this, because it has now been vectorized, you can save it as an SVG. Wow, I had no idea I can do any of this. Yes, and if you take my course, you'll learn about all of this. Oh my gosh, they're really becoming very annoying. It's a stupid bot, and they're just going to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. We didn't have these issues last live. I don't know what it is about this one where we're just having all these issues with this little bot. What zooming magic am I using? What did I use to close up? It's your zoom tool. So if you can hit, if you just don't see me go anywhere, I use keyboard shortcuts. I'm addicted to keyboard shortcuts. I teach all about keyboard shortcuts in my 30-day training. And you just hit Z on your keyboard and you can just zoom in. Or you can like come up here and zoom. But I like keyboard shortcuts. So I'm normally doing that. Or we go back out like that. Close up what shape? Oh, what did you do to close that up? Oh, I just put a shape there and welded it. So I just put it, and then actually now I meant to go back in there and fix this with my edit points. But yeah, you just put a shape there and I connected the two sides. To close it up. And then now I'm just going to make that where it's, oh, well, you guys can't see that. It's a little bit thicker. Hello from Australia. The one next to the registration lines. What do I mean registration lines? Hold on. Design. Registration. I have no idea. You mean the only one I see the only thing on the registration is inset. So unless, oh, right there, inverted. It's just to switch the, yeah, I forgot about that. It's nothing. It's stupid for it to be there. It just rotates your registration mark. So let's say if your design was like top heavy and you wanted it to be a different place, but all you gotta do is flip your design. So now I see what you're talking about. Next to default, it's pointless. Yeah, don't worry about that. You can just rotate your design. Hello, Shelly. How are you? There are so many things you will learn that you never knew you didn't know. If you take her class, any of her classes, you will not regret it. I'm trying to keep up. LOL. Times will be up. Wait, time will be up after class. Wait, huh? Oh, that's you. You're saying, you said, because you called it a class. Girl, this is not a class. But thank you. You don't have to, you don't have these videos now. I mean, the important stuff, I guess, maybe, but you don't have to worry about like the times for this one. But thank you. She's like, class. I'm like, class? Like, huh? I don't have a class. But yeah, you're talking about this live video. Can I get your website again, please? It's in the description of the video, but it is shop.hsink365.com. Shop.hsink365.com. And if you go to our website, learn.365 Creative Academy, learn.365 Creative Academy, I made it to where if you go on there for day one, which goes over the benefits and features of Designer, Designer Plus, and Business. So this is my 30-day training. I made it where it's a free preview, and you can see how I the breakdown of how I kind of do stuff. So if you go on there for this one, it will you'll be able to see the breakdown. You won't get access to the full thing. It's those are set to a free preview temporarily if you want to go. So go on learn.365 Creative Academy, create a free account. You'll be able to watch just that particular day, those 6 videos about the features and benefits of essentials. Designer, Designer Plus, and Business. And then if you want, then you can purchase full access to the full training. Incredible evening. Will there be a replay available of this particular live? All of my live videos come with playbacks. I don't delete mine. They stay up. I don't care how long they are. They all just stay up. So yes, you can always go back and watch any of my lives, just like my classes. Every last one of my classes is recorded live in front of a Zoom audience. And you have unlimited lifetime access to the playbacks, or replays. I have a love-hate relationship with Silhouette Studio because I can't import an SVG in the basic edition. Yeah, you just can't. You got to get the upgraded version. It's worth it though. Even if you just get Designer Edition, there's so many things that are worth it. So if you think that it's not worth it, definitely check out that day one, and you're going to see a lot of great features if you get Designer, Designer Plus, or Business. Now, if you get those, please make sure you use my link and give your girl credit. If you decide to get Designer, Designer Plus, or Business, click on the link in my link tree, or go to our website. If you go to our website, where it says Silhouette Studio Business Edition or Designer Edition, you can click on that. It's going to take you over to Swing Design, and you can purchase it there. But, we appreciate it if you go ahead and, give your girl some credit. That does help. I do receive a small commission. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do receive a small commission if you get your upgrade via their website through my link. Okay. Get her class. Do you use a special color profile on printer to match screen colors for sublimation? No, I do not. The colors are pretty spot on. Like, they're pretty good with our ink and our paper if you're using a workforce. Using an EcoTank printer, I've done videos on this, and I explain why your colors are so off if you're using an EcoTank printer. It is because of the ink that EcoTank printers were designed to use. Because of the ink that EcoTank printers are designed to use, your colors are going to be off. Now, using a color profile, we don't provide one for ours, because I mainly teach from Silhouette Studio. You cannot use a color profile on a Windows computer when using Silhouette Studio. Now, Macs, I'm told, is a little bit different because you can put color profiles, but not from Silhouette Studio. like in Photoshop and Illustrator, you go in there, you select the color profile that you want. But I don't find that like my colors are drastically like off. If it's a pre-made design, it just depends on the way the person designed it. And if it's something that I'm designing myself, I always use a color chart. I have this on my tumbler. I have it printed on or pressed on a shirt, on fabric, on felt sheets. I always use a color chart. It can't, if it's showing me the right color here and I use that code, I always fill in my colors based off of a color chart if I'm going to print it out and sub it. Let's see. I have taken a couple, and trust me, treat yourself. Your business will thank you. Oh, and the paper is bomb and the ink is bomb. Thank you. Hello, is the current Silhouette Studio class pre-recorded? If so, do you tell us to do a certain amount each day? Just trying to figure out how the 30 days work so I can make it fit into my schedule. Also, do you recommend the full version of Silhouette Studio for the class? So you can definitely, like, the majority of stuff that I teach can be done from the free version. There are some things, when I talk about them, like center rotation or like my ruler or guidelines, where you would need it, but 93.65% of the course can be done from the free version. Do I recommend upgrading? Of course, because it can it's not like it makes it a whole lot easier. For certain things, trace by color can come in handy. I love my center rotation. I love the crosshairs. I showed that in the course, how the crosshairs can be beneficial. And those are upgraded features. So you do have to have the upgrade for those. So I do recommend it, but you don't have to have it. It is pre-recorded, but it was recorded in front of a live Zoom class. We met every day at 11 a.m. So now you don't have, like, if 11 a.m. didn't work for you, Eastern Standard Time, you now can work at your own pace. So you can jump around if you want to. That's up to you how much time. Miss Shirley, she would go and she would like get stuck, like not say get stuck, but like she stayed on a like a lesson until like she got it. Like then eventually she would like move on and like come back, but that's up to you how much time you spend on it. A lot of them come with worksheets. I'll show you some of the worksheets that you guys get. They're all downloads. And you get access to an exclusive group. So if you get stuck, you can always ask questions. So you're not left to your own vices. It's not like, okay, you take this and you don't have anyone to talk to if you get stuck. You get access to an exclusive group. You can post your questions there. You can even post it directly on the video, and I'll go back in and I'll normally answer them. Because when you post it on the video and you have like the timestamp, I know exactly like which area you're having issues with, and I can answer it from there. But I'm going to show you like some of the worksheets that you get. Oh, let me get rid of that banner. Hey, just say, let's see. All right, let's go here and this is, let's see. Okay, so the tracing worksheets, I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to go to my master one. I broke it up. So let's go back over here. So for every class, there was like basic tracing, tracing colored. Hey, go back. Tracing colored images, tracing coloring book images. And then there's a trace and detach one somewhere. Where did it go? This was the breakdown, like to break it down. This was a work, like a test one. Like it was kind of like your homework. Oh, here it is. This is the trace and detach. This is trace and compound path. So like there's a lot of different tracing ones. Then there is the compound path one, so that it'll help you understand it. There's the one for cropping. There's one for subtract somewhere or another. Edit points. So you have a whole worksheet for edit points, how to select items on here. So there's a worksheet for that. Here's the one for subtract, weld and divide. And then you also get other ones, which is not on here, but I provided you like with certain images for the modified crop days and stuff like that. So you get worksheets to help you along the way. So you're doing like exactly what I'm doing. So like, let's say for tracing, this may seem like a lot, but like I explained in the class, like I strategically, when I say I strategically, and any of them can attest to it, I strategically chose each one of these elements because when I tell you, you're not going to have an issue understanding how to trace things because it's all these different ways. Like these represent so many different ways that you will get images in, and how to trace them, how to get them to do what you want. I can't believe my students beat me, but we had a whole race on tracing this one, remaking it a compound path, and filling it in with color. And I can't believe I actually lost to my students. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I trained them well, but I actually lost. I think probably a good like 3 or 4 of them, maybe even close to 5 of them beat me. I was a little upset. So this is kind of like what you will get. And these are all different types of traces. When we have the rhinestone days, I mean, we go through like all of that. There are certain fonts, like whatever font that I use, it came from a free file. Now I know that there is one file that is no longer available as a free file on Creative Fabrica. So I probably will have to go in there, and because I have the file, I'll probably have to update it and give you guys another file, because I think someone told me that 2 of the files are no longer free files on Creative Fabrica. So I have to modify those. But for the most part, you get access to everything I'm teaching. There's a worksheet for it. If there is no worksheet for it, it's because everything is in the program for you. And you work at your own pace. You can work in the middle of the night, during the daytime, when the kids are sleeping. It's up to you. Living witness here. Her instruction and knowledge base is not for play. You watched Trey Mo. I love Keisha. Keisha Jones, not for play. I use RGB. Those who are contemplating, do yourself a favor and get the classes. They are more than the pennies they are being offered for. Oh, Danny. Oh, you will go from newbie to pro in no time. They really are. Like, you get a lot. I give my all. If you don't know, I'll break out in song in 2 seconds flat. Let's see. Atlanta, Georgia, loving this virtual hug to you. All right, so I'm gonna pause over here, and I see a question. What's that color chart? Never heard of it. I have several videos where I talk about the color chart, so definitely check those out on Honestly Speaking's YouTube. But you can go to our website and go to Essentials and Printable Color Chart, and you will print this out. You can put it on a tumbler like the one I just showed you. I do recommend that you put it on, like, use a tumbler, press it to a tumbler, press it to some sort of fabric. You can go to like the Dollar Tree and get a pillowcase, press it to that. Now that is super shiny. Your colors will seem super, super bright on that satin pillowcase. If you have like a shirt that you messed up on, print those color charts out, print it on the back of that shirt that you messed up on, and let that be your reference. Or you can do like I do. I press them to felt sheets so that it's like little sheets that I can kind of really see the colors on. But I have tons and tons and tons of video talking about color charts, especially if you're using Silhouette Studio. When you are designing in Silhouette Studio, the colors are kind of like off. So you cannot trust. And I say you cannot You cannot trust the color chart here in Silhouette Studio. And oh wait, is something opening? No, okay. I'm gonna show you why you cannot trust the color chart in Silhouette Studio. One, if you have a Mac, it's gonna look totally different. The colors on Macs looks different to begin with. And if you change to the dark theme, let's wait. Okay. You see how, because the darker background, it makes the colors look brighter than what they are. You cannot trust the Silhouette program in general. And then you have to consider the fact that every monitor is different. Some monitors are really, really great. It's going to show great colors. Some not so great, but it doesn't matter. You can make your monitor be black and white, but if that design is really color, it's going to print out in color. So there are so many factors and variables. The only way that you know that you are getting the color that you want when you are designing. Now, if it's something somebody else designed, nothing you can really do about that. But when you are designing, if you want it to be a color, and especially all of our eyes are different. If you look at it or your client looks at it and say, this is the color that I want, as long as you put that code in, no matter what it looks like on your screen, it is going to print out and sub the correct color. Okay. But I got to get off this dark theme. I don't like the dark theme. I don't like the dark theme at all. See, now look at it. Look at how different those colors look now that it's not in dark. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. Dark. And now they look subdued. You cannot trust the color chart and what you see here. All right, so let's see. I hate I learned Design Space first because it has made it so difficult for me to learn the lingo and buttons to do the same thing in other softwares like Silhouette Business Edition, Adobe, and others. Take my Silhouette class. I'm telling you, look, I promise y'all, it won't even matter. Like I have a Silhouette to Cricut Design Space to Silhouette Studio crossover. It doesn't go over the full program. I compare apples to apples, oranges to oranges. So things that you can do in Cricut Design Space, I explain what they are and how to translate it over into Silhouette Studio. So that's on here. It is the Cricut to Silhouette Studio crossover. There it is right there. I mean, you can take that and it'll definitely help you understand the two, right? But that Essentials to Silhouette Studio, it breaks down everything. It doesn't even matter because you think you learned the lingo over there. I break it down and I explain. I don't explain the how. I am all about explaining the why. Anybody on YouTube, whether they know how to do it or not, if they just figured it out, they can show you the how. They're going to struggle through showing you the how, and fumble all over it. Anyone can show you the how, but to know the why, and why do we do this function? Why does this do this? If this is in front, why did my entire image disappear when I went to go do subtract? Like it's little things like that. And I have it strategically set up to where like things will mess up. That's how deep I went into these files, so that when it happens and I ask them, like, okay, hey, did yours do this? Did yours do that? When it happens, I explain why it happened. So now you get a better understanding. It really helps you understand graphic designing, like for real, for real. Just because if y'all think, oh, I can't because it's pre-recorded. I mean, I'm a little biased. You can go look at the reviews. Most people now who get it, they're watching the playbacks of it and they are like blowing ish out of the water. Like I'm always shocked and amazed and proud and I'm just amazed when they post, this is what I did. I followed this one, especially that Pooh Bear trace. I love seeing when people post, either they email it to me, they inbox it to me, or they post it in the group when they accomplish that Pooh Bear one. When you accomplish that Pooh Bear one, you're really on your way to being a master at tracing. Tracing and edit points was my favorite part of Essentials. I use my Cricut, but if you take the time to learn Silhouette Studio, you will love it. I invested in Business Edition, so design in Silhouette Studio, and I cut in Cricut. Is there a flatten button in Silhouette like Design Space? No, because you don't technically need it. You flatten so that you can print. From Silhouette Studio, all you have to do is have it on the screen and you can print it. It doesn't automatically go to like just a cut, a solid cut. So that's why there's a flatten in Cricut Design Space. Now, what you're doing is basically converting it into a PNG file or basically like a JPEG file. If it doesn't have like it doesn't have an outline around it, it's transparent. So it's really a PNG file. So it can cut around the edges. If you want to make something a PNG or a JPEG file, you have to have Business Edition and you save as a PNG or a JPEG. But there's nothing directly in the system because you can print anything from Silhouette Studio. It doesn't have to be in a special format. This class was amazing. I highly recommend it. I have Silhouette Business. I saved an SVG and tried to open in Cricut. It doesn't recognize the file. Do you know what I did wrong? It's try resaving it again because just try resaving it again. Maybe it just didn't save right. Make sure that you actually chose SVG. But yeah, if you saved it, it should pick it up. It should definitely recognize them. That one I can't say why it did or did not save. I mean, didn't open. I definitely will. Trust me, I'm a stickler on training. She says I can't even look at Design Space. Just so much more in Silhouette. All right, I'm trying to zoom y'all back out over here. All right, where are your Silhouette questions? We're supposed to be designing and learning how to do stuff in Silhouette Studio. So where's my Silhouette questions? I have Business Edition and that explained it well. The SVG class was more than great, as are all of them. I want to be on auto sign up. Thank you, Ms. Dawn. Let's tap the screen. She's giving out good information as always. Thank you, Kim. Blessed hands. Definitely tap the screen. All right, we're on Silhouette Studio. Where are the Silhouette questions? If not, you guys are just going to talk to my screen. Y'all don't want to do that and just talk to my screen. Can you put an offset on that image? On which one? On which image? I have like 30,000 images over here. Which one are you referring to? The Pooh Bear. Okay, so I have to trace and detach him first, but so right now he is basically just I'm not going to color him in right now. He's basically just a PNG because you see the 4 dots. So we go over here. First thing you have to do in order to put an offset around him is trace him. So we're going to, right where he is, we can basically trace and detach. Everything is filled in. So we're going to go trace and detach. Ah, dang it. I hate when it does that. All right. I had too much open. So we're just going to cancel. It's going to shut it down and we're going to open Silhouette Studio up again. Maybe that's why I didn't do that. Yes, you have to trace it first in order to get the outline around it. I've been practicing. I've been practicing that holding an item, but it may be a big wait. I've been practicing that in holding an item, but that might be a big gym strap. What do you mean? What do you mean? I've been practicing that in holding an item. I'm not sure. Oh, from class. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're definitely not doing that. That was from class last night. We definitely cannot review that. I was like, wait, huh? Then I had to think about class last night. All right. It is back open, I think. Is it back open? Let's see. Is there a way to use Cricut images in Silhouette Studio? If so, how? I don't have a Silhouette cutting machine, just Cricut cutting machine. So it's best for you to design in Silhouette Studio and then take it over to Cricut Design Space. Cricut Design Space, there's no way to save a file. I mean, you can save a file, but it's going to be a really shabby file. Doesn't matter which way you save it, whether you do a screenshot, if you go to the file that it creates from your canvas, it's still going to be a very pixelated image. If you do save as a PDF, it's still going to be pixelated. So you cannot go from Cricut to Silhouette smoothly and have it be like a high resolution version of it. It's best to design in Silhouette Studio, save as an SVG. I would say try it again. Just because it didn't work for one, like that's what guys, we have to normalize that too. If something doesn't work for one file, don't give up or make it like maybe think that, okay, this doesn't work. Maybe it was something with the way the file was. Try another one. So even if it's just something as simple as making a square, filling it with color, saving it as an SVG, and then opening up in Cricut Design Space and making sure that it opens and it has the cut lines. But don't just give up and say like it doesn't work if we've only done it one time. Do it with a couple different files. And that will probably help you figure out why the first one did not work. Why would you need to save as a JPEG? It's a lot of different reasons. I mean, if you're trying to sell a file, if it is a really large file, like if I'm doing like an all over shirt and I want to easily crop it, or if I'm doing like a really, really big, like it's a really big file and it's a whole bunch of stuff in it. If you save it as a JPEG, it becomes one flattened image. So that's a smaller file than with all of these other JPEGs and PNGs in it. So it compresses the file. I'm loving the class. I was wondering if you'll be doing a class on using the machine to cut. I can't ever get my cut settings right, so I just cut in DS. I do have one out of the box. I mean, it would be a really short class. And I've said it, a couple of times, every material is different. Every machine is different. I don't use an auto blade. So it really is hard for me. All I can do is explain and break down the way the cut settings work. How does blade depth, force, and speed affect each other? And like when you adjust them, what does it do? So when I do in my out of the box class, I explain that. I have a whole foam board and I tear it up and I'm showing you how the blade works. Some people have blades that they have used like it's their original blade. And they're going to be like, oh, well, you can sharpen it with aluminum foil. And I mean, it's really not effective. Oh, great. I don't think so. So it's going to open back up. Great. Okay, close all windows. Let's do that first. Okay, close the program and then I'll open back up. So if I have a super sharp blade, my cut settings are going to be different if you've been using yours. If you cut a lot of paper, it can dull your blade. If you cut a lot of vinyl, your blade is going to last longer. So all of those things affect it. Have you changed out your cutting strip? Do you have a new one? Do you have one that is cut up and look like it was in a bar fight? All of those things affect it. Are you using a silhouette mat? Are you using a thicker Cricut mat? These are things that affect your cut settings. So in my out of the box class, I explain all of that. So go to the website and check out of the box, and I break all that down. How do you make something in SVG? I just kind of like showed that. We don't make things in SVG. SVG is just a file extension. You know how you have a Word file? It's doc, DOC. If you have an Excel file, if you have a JPEG, if it's a PNG, SVG is simply a file type. It's scalable vector graphic. That's it. But how do you vectorize something? You have to trace it. All right, let's see. Can we get it to open up? Ugh. I may have to shut down my computer. Because it's open there. Close all windows. I may have to shut it down. I said close the program. I don't need you to report the issue. Like, why are you still up there? I don't get it. Why are you still there? Yeah. See, that's so weird. It's like Silhouette is still taking over my computer. It has to be running in the background somewhere because I still have this stupid thinking. No, it's not there. What the heck is going on? I may have to shut it down. That means you guys over on Facebook and YouTube, you're going to end up going away for like 2.5 seconds because it's going to shut it down. Oh no, see, it is showing over here. Okay, in task. All right, nope, it's still. Yeah, it's acting crazy. I don't think it's going to open back up because I still have the hourglass. Okay, if you're watching over on YouTube and Facebook, don't go anywhere. I'm going to be right back. Okay. Hold on over here on TikTok because I'm going to pull them up on my phone so that I can shut down my computer. Because, yeah, it's stuck. All right. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I said log in. Oops, excuse me. All righty, it is. All right, I'm about to shut y'all down. All right, I'm back. All right. I am back. Okay, now I just have to open up Silhouette Studio. There we go. All right. Let's see. I technically already did this one, right? But I'm going to, someone asks, can I do a Tumblr and just bring in designs? So I'm going to just do the one that I just did. Since it's already there, I just don't know which one was the Tumblr one, but that's the final one. And I'm going to just show, like, I'm going to take those elements and basically turn it into, that's not the one that I wanted. I'm going to turn these into a Tumblr. All right, that's not the one I was looking for either. Okay. Let's see. Let's go file, open, recovered. Oh, I'm glad I saved. I just realized today is the, oh no, it saved some of them, 7:54 p.m. Okay, no, it did save. All right, so let's go file, open recent. Final print. Where is the Tumblr one? All right, let's see. File. Okay, I'll just do this one. So I'm going to make my box actually, is this? Yeah. I'm just going to take all of this to a different window, copy, and paste. So I'm going to make this box a Tumblr one, which is going to be 9.35 by 8.15. I changed it to that now. And I'm going to take this one and I'm going to break it apart. It'll be the same thing. So someone asks, could I do a Tumblr bringing in images? This is going to technically be the same exact thing. So I'm going to take this and shrink this one down. I'm going to fill this in with the blue that's back there. That's my base. I'm going to make the green part here. Alt, click, shrink this down, make it the green. I picked this blue because I actually have my fade bar. So that's a color, and that's how I chose the other blue. So I'm going to bring that to the front, and that's how I'm going to create the look of it fading into the green. And which actually it's a little bit off. So I'm going to click here, and there we go. Now it's a perfectly smooth one. I'm going to move. I need to isolate this right. Come on. Okay. So this is the top one. I'm just going to group this together. It will be no different than if I purchased or I brought in the image. So we're going to bring to the front. I'm going to place that right there. And then I'm going to make them smaller. And the stats, I'm going to grab everything that's here at the bottom. Bring those here, bring to the front. I'm going to bring this PNG, bring it to the front, resize it to fit this template, bring the elephant and the Lion. Okay, so this is a really big PNG. These are not individual flowers, individual leaves. So what I'll have to do is select the leaves and the background and send them to the back. So now these are on top. I'm going to take my birth stat. Actually, I'm going to take all of this right here, shrink it down, place it underneath. We're going to make, I forgot how I did this. I really forgot how I did this because I actually already made this tumbler. Bring this to the front. I want to say this was like this, and I did the stats individually like that. I want to say, don't quote me. It couldn't have been this far apart. I don't think I would have did it this far apart. All right, let me see if I can find it. File, open, because now I don't remember how I did it. I already designed this one. Oh, it's here. I don't remember what I did. Because I'm right now, for some reason, my brain isn't working to know how to visualize how I did the stats on it. All right, let me see. Let me see what questions were over here. I have Silhouette Studio Business Edition and also Corel Draw with Silhouette Connect. Which programs you suggest I stick with? It's pretty much the same. I mean, Corel Draw with Connect, if you're used to designing in Corel Draw, and all it is you're going to be able to cut. But Silhouette Business Edition is a vector-based program. I use Corel Draw. I use Illustrator. I'm still a big fan of Silhouette. I use Photoshop, but for a lot of things, Silhouette Studio is my go-to. I printed, scan it, snipping tool, copy, paste Silhouette. Don't know why they don't make it where you can buy SVGs like Silhouette does, because they're smart and they want everything with Cricut is proprietary. They're trying to make you stay within their system. Awesome. Can't wait to see it. I had spam this whole time. When you ignore them, they stop. So just ignore it. Yeah. Oh, heck no. I will not. No, no, no. They cannot. I will not. That was exclusive. Y'all pay good money to be in bachelors. No, ma'am. We'll not show them that. Y'all pay good money to be in bachelors to learn those things. Oh, thank you. Exactly. We can't give away the good gems. All right. So this is basically, I was like, how did I do that? Oh, I didn't put the pictures on it. Okay. That's what I did. I didn't add the pictures for the tumbler. So I ended up just ungrouping this, bringing this part down. And I was like, I know he was bigger than this. All right, I will go over here to this because I think, yep, all of my individual my individual leaves are over here. So I'm going to just copy these and paste to get them to be the subdued color like this one. I'm going to go over to my gamma and take the color down. I mean, you can do the transparency, but I didn't want it to be transparent. I just wanted it to be a lighter version. So I just took my gamma down, and now I'm going to shrink those down and rotate them. Rotate, flip it, flip vertically, put one over here, flip vertically, All right. Rough, very, very rough version of this. I took my time on the original. This one, not so much. But you kind of get the idea. All right. So I'm going to take my background and I'm going to Control C, copy, paste in front. I'm going to remove the color, copy it again. And this is how I'm going to crop these down. So I'm going to hold down Shift, click on that one. This is why I like what the heck? Oh, this is why I like keyboard shortcuts. Uh-oh. I guess I have two things there. Yep. Crop. Okay, why are you doing that? Why is that one? Oh, okay, hold on. I need to copy just this. Crop. Right, I'm going to select everything that is here, send it to the back, hold down Shift, click on my background, group all of those together, take my birth stats, which this is a free file, not this whole thing, but the panel one is the free file on our website right now. So we're going to move this over to here and group it. And there's my Tumblr. It's a without the pictures. Now, if I want to put the pictures in there, I can, because I think there is one where I think I had the pictures off to the side. Yeah, so like on this one, I had it where the pictures were off to the side. I mean, my client hasn't decided which version. So if they want the pictures on there, his pictures over here, their pictures to the side, or just leave it in the middle. So that's how you just bring elements in and just arrange it and crop it and stuff like that to create a Tumblr. So it went from this to this. Let's see. I got to catch the replay from last night. I was working late. It was great. Too bad you were at work late. We chatted quite a while after the recording stopped. We did, and it was very helpful. And I thank you guys so much. Jamila, they made me cry, just so you know. They made your girl cry. I'm still getting used to this new job, but okay. Y'all talking side stuff. No other questions. So you guys are just watching me design. Do you guys like watching me design? Because see, those ambassadors know what's coming up. I have a certain way about how I put designs together and like my thought process for doing it. So there's going to be something. I'm doing a trial run in August for HS Ink month. Where you guys will get to see me, like when I go into design mode, I will go live. Like I don't do them on live videos anymore. I used to do them where I tune everything out and I just design, and you get to kind of see how I put designs together. There is going to be an opportunity for you guys to see me design for a month in an exclusive group. Okay, no. So if you would like to see how I design, there will be an exclusive group. I'm doing a trial run during the month of August. It is a paid subscription. It's not going to be free. If you want to see me design some stuff, go check out all my old videos. And I show like designing stuff. I have tons and tons and tons and tons of videos. But as I'm designing, as of August 1st, I will actually probably drop the information tomorrow. But as of August 1st, I'm not going to be doing it like probably like every single day what's a full-on design. But you will get to kind of see like when I'm designing, especially when I'm designing my free files for the week. Every week there's a new file that's dropped. You guys will get to see me do that. If I'm working on an order, if I'm working on new templates, I'll show you how like to design in templates. So I'm doing a trial run of that for the month of August to see how that goes. So be on the lookout for that information as well. What's Masters? No one can join it, but I started, it's a program they've been in for about a year, and we go through designing what's like the next level. Like we go through actual like designing from scratch, designing and showing like concepts, like memorial designs. We did Facebook banners. We created our own puzzle. I showed them how to make their own puzzles, like their own SVG. We've done so many different things in Masters. They just worked on programs and like menus and stuff. So we have a session tomorrow, and they have to come in with like their own designs. The first time I provided the elements. This time they're designing their own and kind of coming up with their own ideas. So Masters is like really focused on designing and putting design elements together. And then my bachelor's program is where I basically taught essentials over the course of a year. So like bite-sized pieces. Yes, I love to see design. I aspire to be like you when I grow up. Is there a way to set up a search and replace in Business Edition for team? Nope, there is not. I'm ready to pay. You know, I love watching you design. Oh, thank you, Miss Cheryl. I did not know you could crop like that. Yes. But so the way that the system works, you cannot crop multiple images. So if I had, so let's say I wanted to crop both of these, right? I'm just going to go copy. If you go crop with both of these, it's going to take over one. So you see this file, this leaf turned into this leaf. You cannot crop multiple items. You have to crop it one by one. If it's a picture, now if it's a shape, that's something totally different. But when it's an image, you have to do one by one. So I copy the template or like the outline I want to crop it to. I'm going to select these. I'm going to crop. So it's going to crop down that side. That template goes away. So then you paste in front and then you hold down shift, select the next element and crop. It still goes away. So if you want it to be filled in with color and you didn't already have it there, you just have to paste it again, fill it with color and send it to the back. And that's kind of how you have to do that. You cannot crop multiple images. Now, if you want to be very, 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 very careful, you can, like, because it's a straight line, right? So let's say this is like this. You can use your knife tool if you can be very careful, or you can do like deselect auto apply, put the line there, bring it down. Oh, wait, I meant to do multiples. Hold on. All right, let's go and pull this one up. And I'm going to go like that. So because it's going across both, I'm going to hit apply. And then it's not cropping it, it just cuts it and I can move it away. But that really only works for like straight areas. If it's like something that's curved, it's a little bit more complicated, but you can do that for straight areas and cut all of them all at one time. I'm very impressed that you have with what you've shown tonight. Thank you so very much. I'll be looking further into your courses. Look forward to seeing you in some of my live classes, or just kind of, if you take the essentials, look forward to seeing you in the exclusive Facebook group. Our website is shop.hsink365.com. And that's where you can sign up for my classes. Ignore them, y'all. Yes, thank you for showing us different things. Yes, this is what I love to do. This is literally my job. This is what I get paid to do. I mean, I come on live and I show you guys because who wants to go and pay good money with someone and you don't know what you're going to get? Like with me, if I'm giving you this, trust and believe my classes are on 1,000, a million compared to this because I have the time to really break things down. And these live Q&As is like a mishmash of information, like from here to here to here to here. But in classes, you get this, but it's dedicated and like it's focused and it's structured on one particular thing so that you can really, really understand it. But I do this so that you guys can just kind of, see where I'm coming from, see the type of teacher I am, and hopefully you'll see the value in my classes. That is my bread and butter. The same way you guys make shirts and you want to make money off of it. Well, if you don't know how to design or maybe not know how to like submate and all those little things, that's where my classes come in. And that's, how I take care of my family is classes and our products and stuff like that. So definitely consider enrolling in any of our programs. You're not going to regret it. You'll learn a lot no matter which program it is, even if you just take one. Thank you so much for your wisdom. You helped me get the lines out of my designs with my 7720. Yeah, and Epsons are my things too. Like I know those printers like the back of my hand is not too much that I can't figure out with Epsons. So yeah, that's also my specialty. She teaches the why and how of the program. You will love it. Thank you. Hello, Herring Company. How art thou? Incredible evening and welcome to my live broadcast. Go ahead and tap the screen. If you are someone who you're building a creative business, you're a creative entrepreneur. I am your professor to help you along the way. So if you have questions tonight, we are focusing on designing and using Silhouette Studio. However, I do live videos where we're talking about business in general. Sublimation. I do like live demos. So feel free to join in on the conversation, post a question, a comment, a feedback. And yeah. Oh, she says, try her paper and ink. Also, it is a game changer. It really, really is. People thought I was crazy when I said 365 degrees, no butcher paper, 30 seconds. They're like, that's just not possible. Yes, it is. You may have answered this before, but when will your master's and bachelor's be back open for open enrollment? It won't be the same structure. My new fiscal year starts in October, but it won't be the same structure how this is. Like that crew got really lucky. It was a learning year for me, and I have a better idea of how I want to structure it. So it'll be a little bit different. It'll be smaller, like I guess you can say semesters next time around. So, but in October is when our new fiscal year starts. You are welcome. All right, last call for questions. I'm going to hop off of here. I don't want to keep you all. If you don't have any questions, again, this is not a class. Everything that you've seen me do is based off of a question that someone asked. I no longer do like live demo type thingies, just like randomly. Unless if I told someone that I will answer a question that they posted in a group that I'm in, then I'll kind of come live for that. But I don't plan out, instructional things that is reserved for my classes. So, definitely, you can set up a free account on our Academy site. And when classes are available, you can just enroll in them or just check out shop.hsinc or learn.365 Creative Academy to see what classes we have to offer. That's the only time I'm like doing structured teachings other than what's coming up for HS Inc month. So that one I kind of will have some structured teaching. Take the SVG class. My granddaughter has me running a sticker sweatshop. She has chosen stickers to give her besties for her birthday, and you're designing them now? Ooh. Do I need to change my chips on the 7820 every time I change ink? So it's not every time you change ink. You need to change the chips when the chips run out. So technically, you can run out of ink in that cartridge and still have prints left on the chip. So you change the chip out once it says X and cartridge not recognized. Chip and the amount of ink do not coat, like they're not the one and the same. You can have prints and no ink. You can have no ink but still have prints. But yes, you do have to change out your chips all the time. There is no auto reset function for it. And chip resetters don't work. I can't wait to see. Inbox me some pictures. Thank you kindly. She said a sticker sweatshop. Sounds like my mom. Like, so my mom always, it's kind of like her. I felt like she was running a, because she makes like the foam board, marquee, and balloon mosaic letters and stuff. But she was always over here. So I felt like I was always doing work, but I was never reaping any of the benefits. Like, it was for her. So she was over here running a foam board sweatshop with me. But that's what good grandparents do. Anything for the babies. That's how my mom is with my kids and my niece. Oh, the free file for the week. You get it with any, what the world just happened? With any purchase on our website. You get the free file of the week, which is this one right here. Thank you for your YouTube video. Didn't know anything about your site until tonight. Really? Oh, wow. Yeah, see, that humbles me because I always think that everyone knows who the professor is, but obviously everyone does not know who the professor is. Everyone doesn't know about my website. That's another reason why I go live so much, because I'm always like, there were people who didn't know I had a product and they've been following me for a really long time, and I don't know how they didn't know I had a product line. And she says grandbabies are very special. I have two. Do you have a video on baby shower gender reveal projects? Not since probably my gender reveal 4 years ago. I haven't had to do much. I did some for a friend of mine, but I didn't really I don't think I showed like designing them, and it was pretty much like I created just items for it. So it wasn't like something that was made for I mean, I guess you could say like decorations, but I'm not sure if you're wanting to know like how to do like print and cuts for centerpieces or chip bags or something like that. Like, there's a bunch of stuff. So for her interview, it was a lot of sublimation stuff. I made her like a ornament, a keychain, a pillow. I made them shirts that said like basically just like I'm the oldest sister because she was having a girl. I'm still the only boy, and then baby sister. So I made things like that for it and designed that, but that can be designed for anything. So I teach designing. So I don't really, unless like it's a specific request, I don't, or I'm working on an order for something, is only time you really see like for something specific. But for my classes, I like to try and teach just designing, so you don't kind of get stuck thinking that how you design something is only for one thing. So that's just kind of how I operate. I'm about to be a grandma or a nana. And so we're doing everything. Yeah. So it depends. I mean, if you're so for a gender reveal, so like it's like it may not be for a gender reveal. If you wanted to know how to make like cupcake toppers so that you can have, it's a boy, it's a girl, or if you're gonna do like tutus and footballs, whatever. If you want to make cake toppers for that, then that's when you watch my print and cut videos. So it's not necessarily specifically for a gender reveal. It's just taking all of the skills and making it work for what you want. If you want to do a chip bag, I mean, we just did the class on, it's still going to be dark because I'm not turning on my lights. So we just did the class on chip bags and water bottle labels and 3D cake toppers and stuff like that. So you just kind of like learn designing and you can apply it to anything that you want. All right. No other questions have been posted on Facebook and YouTube, and we are now at 1.5 hours. So I think I have I've overstayed my welcome because there are more questions. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here. Don't forget to visit our website, shop.hsink365.com. All purchases before 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time get sent out the same day. After 3 p.m., it goes out the next day. Orders before 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. If it's USPS, go out the same day. Anything else goes out on Monday. We have a free file available every week from Thursday to Wednesday. Any purchase on the site, you have access to that free file for the week, and then it goes like to where you can purchase it. If you end up missing, you liked it, and you missed a file, you'll be able to purchase it. And this one, I do have a link on there if you're interested in making. It's a plush receiving blanket with a satin edge. On the email where you get access to the free file, there is a link where you can purchase that blanket from Amazon. If you want to kind of design it, you can also break this down to make it for a tumbler, put it on a pillow. You'll probably have to resize the boxes and things, but you can use it for a wide, because you get all like the little elements, so you can mix and match. And even if you don't use the panels, there is a ruler, a clock, a baby weight, like the one that kids go on, and then like the little kettlebell type weight. And there's some images on there, and you can create baby stat blankets, baby stat pillows, tumblers, whatever. So there's a lot of ways you can use this, and you don't have to use, I don't know why I guess I put baby stats because all that stuff is there. But with that panel, you can use that to celebrate someone's graduation, someone's retirement, someone's birthday, someone's engagement, someone's wedding. So don't think that it's just for babies. It just so happened to be like what this one was used for. And if you notice at the bottom, this is a color swatch based off of the colors of the items here. So you can use that to change the letters. This is not a font that you type out, although if you want to go get that font, you can. But I did provide them where they're basically just a vector version of the fonts, and you have to mix and match and align the words if you want to use that font. So definitely check out the website, shop.hsink365.com. And this is the free file for the week. All right. So I don't know where my family's at. I was trying to hold on because my family ain't here. But y'all don't have any more questions for me. I think they have like 15 more minutes in practice, and then that means it'll be another like 10 minutes before he gets home. So I'm probably going to be stuck here for like 20 minutes by myself because y'all don't want to ask me any questions. So I guess I'll go turn on somebody's TV. But if you chat, you're just going to look at my screen. That's the whole thing. That's just like ask a question, because if you don't mind looking at my website, because I'm not turning on my camera, look, I am not camera ready, okay? Did not plan to be on camera. Let's just say, you know what women do when it's been a long day and you come to the door and you just want to lay down? I'm in that mode. Like I may or may not have on a brassiere right now. I may or may not have on a wig. So, yeah. TikTok kind of got to see me and all my gray Cleo braids because I flashed over that and didn't realize the camera was still on. So I'm glad y'all didn't get to see it, because see, TikTok ain't worried about them. That video goes away. Glad it didn't happen over here. Cause yeah, I'm just saying. She says that's why you don't see me on Zoom. Oh my God. You got to turn your camera on for the Zoom party. So I suggest you get your hair done. Make sure you are camera ready because y'all have to turn your cameras on for the Zoom party for HS Ink Day. If you can't turn your camera on, you can't come to the HS Ink party. We can't play. I know we play bingo, and once we get into playing bingo, if you're going to turn your camera off, but you got to have your camera on for the HS Ink party. Ms. Dawn, you turn your camera on. You don't turn your camera off. Or you're saying you two now, meaning you not camera ready. I am not an advocate for eco tanks. I hate and despise are strong words, but I have a strong dislike for eco tanks because them issues back up too much for me and you can't push air. Like if I have an issue with my 7720, I just push air and I keep it moving. My 7840, I push air, I keep it moving, shouting. Those eco tanks, like right now, my 2720, it's acting crazy. It's the devil. So I'm going to see if I can help you with this question, but I want an eco tank. I've been thinking about changing it for my 7820 yeah. I can't help you with that. I'm never going to recommend that. I don't do eco tanks, so I can't really help you with that. I sell product for it because see, some of y'all like it and mama didn't raise no fool. I'm going to give you what you want and what you need. So I sell ink for it. But I'm not I'll give you all the information. I did a whole video. I broke down the pros and the cons of each one of them. I just can't dig down with an eco tank. So yeah, it's workforce for me all day, every day. I am kind of like the whole Coke versus Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi girl. Android, well, I'm gonna say Android. Samsung versus Apple. I'm a Samsung girl all day. And I am very dedicated to Samsung, so much so that everybody, down to my children, my mother, my niece, my cousins, I am excluded from the family chat because they said they don't want to see, is it like it's a, whatever the color is. And then it's like, if somebody likes a comment or something like that, like it sends you 30,000 notifications or something like that. So I'm excluded from my family's group chat because I am literally the only Android, i.e. Samsung user. So it's kind of like that. Samsung, Apple, I'm a Samsung girl. Windows, Mac, I'm a Windows kind of gal. Workforce, EcoTank, I'm definitely a workforce. So yeah. I love my 7210. The 7660 stinks. Exactly. I'm not. She's like, love the bingo because I won last time. I've been looking into the EcoTank 2800 instead of the Sawgrass. Where can I find info on why? I have tons of videos. So I just did one, and I think my family's home. I hear Ziny Money. He's crying. He probably wanted McDonald's, or he's mad that he had to leave my niece. So I have a video that says stop before you purchase or before you convert your EcoTank. I think I put that one and you watch that one. If you search honestly speaking, Sublimation printers, like I've done several discussions on the printers. My last talk was like eco solvent versus sublimation versus pigment ink. We talked about printers in that one. I have a lot of videos where I break down all of the different printers. And then I also have my sublimation seminar, my sublimation boot camp. I break down these printers and the pros and cons of them like no other. I have the fold and like my notes. Wait, huh? Okay. Oh, you have the fold one. I like my notes better. You were right again. I like my note better. Yeah, the fold one, I don't like. I like my note. Yes. When I saw that fold one, I was like, yeah, I can't deal with that one. All right, y'all. I thought you weren't going to be done till 9 o'clock. They're home now. So I'm going to go and check up on my family, go find out how camp was, how basketball practice was, and find out why my little one is crying. Zani Mani, what's wrong, bud? What's wrong, bud? Uh-oh. Okay, he's very upset. He doesn't even want to come in here. He's mad about something. All right, y'all. I am out of here. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.